it's Molly. Welcome back to my channel as I'm now going to discuss for you more about the energies of Mars in your natal astrology chart and how to awaken to more of these expressions in yourself. What it means to step fully and confidently into the strength of your natal Mars. And Mars is connected with our ability to take action, to go for what we want, to understand our desires, our wants, why we want to assert ourselves for something. And Mars, by astrological sign, describes how we go about it, how we go about what we want, how we are ready to claim for it and take action. Although there are some astrological signs that Mars doesn't take direct action. He wants to think about it more, contemplate it. He needs to go into his feelings and tap into some more parts of himself before he moves forward. So understanding your natal Mars is very important. And what I want to focus on is how to awaken to more of what Mars is looking for from you. And this is stuff I talk about in my book, Awakening Astrology, because what I want to offer you to consider and contemplate is that Mars is your divine masculine archetypes. And that can be, of course, for any gender, any sex, and it's about what you want and how that divine masculine energy can guide you. How you're energetically designed to tap into the strengths and confidence of Mars. Now, there can be many things that come into this equation. It might not always be very straightforward, but Mars is your guide and showing you how to move the energy forward. Now, Mars has lower and higher expressions in every astrological sign. So Mars can reveal what comes up for you when you don't get what you want, when you don't take action. Mars can be about our anger, our frustration. Mars is about the physical body as well. It's connected to our sexual nature, our desires, what we desire either from others, especially in like an intimate connection. Mars can show what you want that is true for you. Sometimes that Mars can be very immediate. Other times that Mars can be good with staying the course, going long term, focusing on something that is the ultimate prize. So there's so many ways that this Mars expresses itself. And in your chart, you're looking at which astrological sign Mars is in and looking at how this energy has shown up for you. Because there's a lot that can come up around Mars, especially where, again, if you feel frustrated, unsatisfied, like you don't get what you want, any of these lower things that are revealing where you're ready to gain strength, to develop more confidence, and perhaps to try something in a new or different approach. Because Mars is that how you go for something, how you go about it. And as you go into more of this part of yourself, you could see some themes and patterns in your life, especially in hindsight. Hindsight can be a wonderful teacher for us. So if you look back on your life, what were some successes, some triumphs, some great things that happened for you because of the strength of your Mars? Conversely, what are some defeats, frustrations, failures, some things that didn't come together? Is it related to your Mars? Is it related to how you showed up or how you didn't show up? Where you took action, where you didn't take action? And this could be something to just realistically assess in yourself because you might start to see some patterns. For example, there could be something where you start off strong. You're like ready to go. You're motivated. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this done, get it accomplished. And then maybe something comes through or shows up that takes you off course. What is the theme for you? I mean, there can be so many themes, right? So it's like I can't possibly touch on them all. But this Mars is going to show you how you do life, how you rise to an occasion, rise to a challenge, how you deal with challenges, how you fight. You know, like, are you aggressive? Are you passive? Are you a big talker? You know, like, you got the fighting words down, but it doesn't show through physically. And not that we're encouraging fighting, but what I'm saying is, like, this is about, like, standing up for yourself. How do you stand up for yourself? And Mars in your chart can show you how to evolve that, what you're here to learn, how you're here to do that better. You could also look at how that Mars energy, is it too much? Is it too robust? Is it too aggressive? We see this in people who are like immediate fighters, or they can really go into something or have a strong response, or like, you know, everything gets amplified, like they get really angry or something triggers them. They're a hothead. That could be the Mars. That could be how you respond, how you physically respond. Mars is your physical body, so it could be how your body feels certain energies, especially around fight or flight or freeze. And when you understand this Mars, it's going to reveal how you handle difficulties, setbacks, challenges, how you handle controversy, how you handle things that are, let's say, like coming towards you, how you go towards other things. Like, are you an initiator? Do you provoke? Do you want to get something going, get something started? Do you consider others? Do you just go for what you want without consideration for others? This is all Mars. And it's also how we come across that maybe we're not always aware of, because sometimes, depending on that Mars, there can be a lot of ego, a lot of over-identification with some unhealthy or toxic masculine traits. And again, by masculine, I'm referring to these archetypal energies that exist for all of us, regardless of gender or sex. And so there could be things to just look at, even when you were younger, you know, how you handled anything that was perhaps difficult, anything that triggered you. Mars is your physical process, how you physically move energy through. So let's say something triggers you. Do you need to go to the gym and work out? Do you need to go think it through and process it intellectually? Do you need to go release it somehow? I mean, this is important to note, because Mars is how you move energy physically, how you're responding and interacting with your environment, and what is rising up in you, especially around strength, confidence, desire, asserting yourself. This is too where you could see not only how you handle difficulty and challenges, but also, you know, how you move through life in a way that feels natural to you, that feels successful, healthy, where you feel good about yourself. You know, like, I can handle this, I can do this. You know, that would be a healthy Mars. So this Mars is showing you more about what that looks like, what that means. And it's information that I discuss a little bit more in the book, so that you can perhaps identify these themes in order to evolve them, in order to awaken to more of this part of yourself, this part of your energetic expression, and to change any patterns that you don't like, to see yourself in a new way. Like, oh, am I the person who provokes a lot of people? Am I the individual who never speaks up? Am I the person who never asserts myself? Who doesn't say, I want that job, or I'm gonna go for it? That's your Mars. Mars is how we handle things in our life that can be potential setbacks. But Mars also wants us to gather and gain that strength to go for it, you know, to live a good life and to understand more of who you are in a healthy, satisfying, and confident manner. So Mars is a wonderful energy to look into in your chart. As always, the story continues with the aspects to your Mars. So that Mars, if it's receiving a trine from Saturn, That's a supportive energy that can help with pacing things out, being aware, being responsible. If Mars is opposing Pluto, that can be controversy, aggravation. That can be an energy that you're working through around feeling oppositional forces working against you, having that perception. Maybe being a fighter, like an unconscious fighter, like thinking you have to fight for everything. So the aspects to your Mars provide more of the insights and the story that Mars is feeling. And that can help explain some ways that you're moving through life, that you're facing those challenges. If there's a Mars that's conjunct Neptune or square Neptune, that can feel like defeat, or that you have to go into something in a new way or in a different way that has more of that spiritual component to it, because Neptune removes the human will. So Mars interacting with Neptune is going to greatly influence the physical body and how you assert yourself. So always more things to explore and learn, but I hope this has helped you understand more of what to look for. And I talk about it more in the book about what to look for, what to be aware of, what strengths you're here to develop, and how your Mars is here to naturally go for it, to have success, and to be healthy in your self-expression. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this has been a good video for you to look at your own astrology chart, see things in a different way or in a new way, or at least just be more aware of how you're showing up in life and doing life in your own way. I'll be back with another video very soon. As always, I appreciate your energy here on my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, shares, and comments. I'll see you back here soon.